So in sixth grade, we had a science fair. Probably the only science fair I cared about for no reason. A friend of mine, I will call her Mia. Mia and I and our friend group decided to form a group and work together. One fine day, Mia and I went to have a chat with our science teacher. She was awesome, I loved her. We were brainstorming what to do until my mind lit up and I was like, hey, why don't we make a model of an anglerfish? The plan I came up with on the spot was simple that we take a balloon and wrap it up with thin glue soaked rope. All those rope lamps inspired me. And with the base ready, we can slap on glue soaked newspaper on top to mold the shape we want, especially towards the tail, leaving an opening for the top lighting and the mouth. We wanted to make the jaw open with all the teeth. We planned it out, everyone was on board the day we were supposed to work. Guess what? The one person who had to bring the rope did not bring it. So we just blew a single balloon and stared at it. The class was over the next day, the same thing. I don't even know whose job it was. Now we all were staring at the deflated balloon. I was ready to flip tables and cry. Our science teacher walks in, seeing a group of people staring daggers at this tiny balloon. She just straight up told us to start working. I tried to explain the game plan. She's like, no, start working. Slap the newspaper on. But guess what? The problem was we did not have any more balloons either. There are too many holes in the story, but so are in my memories. It's okay. All I know is that we failed to convince her and had to slap tons of newspaper on this tiny deflated balloon. And the next day, while we were grinding on slapping newspaper, we realized we didn't leave a hole for the light thing. I'm pretty sure it has a name, but amidst panic, we had to use our frail arm strength to remove the rock hard paper for a tiny opening. But all was good. We were on track. We kept on doing it for a few days for no reason. We just wanted the fish to be bigger in size. So we kept at it. Soon, rope came along. We slapped that as well. We ended up making the teeth by filling newspaper cones with cotton or something, I suppose. So far, so good. But it still looked like a dismembered coconut. No one knew what we were working on, and it was rock hard. You could throw it at someone and easily give them a concussion. So for context, Mia and I had our friends to enemies arc going on. It was middle school. Everyone has beef with each other. No one teaches you how to deal with conflicts and just people in general. Anyways, getting paints was my job, and I got them. But no, Mia had to ask another good friend of ours, I'll call her Mars, to get paints too. I was pissed, like, bro, we discussed how things will be distributed. Why burden someone and waste supplies and money? But it's okay. I tried to take some deep breaths and maintain the peace and calm. After we were done with our little abomination of an ugly child, our teacher stepped in and decided to shit on it. She was like, it is not quote-unquote a working model. She told us to attach a motor to it and make it swim, like a fish. Mind you, it was the weight of a coconut. I don't know how much coconuts weigh, but there was no way we could make it float or even associate it with water. The next plan of action we came up with was to take a remote control car, remove its outer covering, and attach it to the fish. Turn it into an amphibian. No, just plan to throw it in one of those kids' pool without water for ocean vibes. But I thought we were gonna use an old toy car someone has laying around. But no, Mia asked Mars to get it, and she bought it. A new toy car. Poor management, poor communication. I still wonder if Mars' parents were chill about it, or did she get a whooping for all the things she might have asked on separate days. Those were a few memorable weeks of my life filled with stress and pain. If you're wondering if there were other people in the group as well, yes, there were. What did they contribute in? I have no clue. But then it couldn't move because it was too heavy. A new toy car couldn't support the weight of it. At this point, we all wanted to cry. We had to make sure that the surface was as flat as possible in the kids' pool so that it could move a little. Everything turned out fine. We were all burned out. So, the day of the science fair, our group was divided into slots to stand and present the project. I had the last slot, so I was chilling throughout the day. This group of boys from our class made a popcorn maker from cans. It was really small, but it worked. During break, as I was chilling, I got to know some tea. Apparently, that group created a fire, and the table they were on caught fire as well. So they were disqualified. Who even thought it was a good idea to get these kids to handle fire? On wooden tables! Anyways, all of this was a scam because we were told it was a competition, but it was not. It was apparently not. The gaslighting of youth, finest years of one's life.